It's been a week now since Friday the 13th, where me and 10 other people did the 5 Meo Dmt ritual, and after having some time to grasp the whole experience and experience reality a bit more, I think I'm ready to give my perspective of this trip. I'm guessing that most of you already saw the footage and might be surprised, just as I was, about how peaceful it was, because the first one was pretty much like an exorcism, and the second one was just completely surrendering, letting go, laying down, being in silence, and then suddenly I started laughing. And I want to make you understand how it got to that point. So, backtrack a little bit. I always had this second trip in mind, but this time it wasn't like the first one where I didn't really know what to expect. In the first one, I went in like, okay, I have nothing to lose and I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's just see. And you could see that at the beginning of the trip, I was really fighting the experience because I had never felt it before, and you could see me go like, and like really clinging to not letting go of my senses or my identity, which made it very harsh. This time we were more people, which really helps with the fear aspect of it, because when you do it alone, it's like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, and there's no one that's going to feel the same as me, so it's more scary. This time we were about 11 people doing it and some more people participating, so you could already see people go through the experience, and you know that there will be people after my experience. So I knew I was just this one little guy in a group of journeys, which made it way less scary. But still, until the last moment, I still had moments where my mind was trying to get me to pull out of this, because the ego doesn't like to be dissolved. It's just, I don't know, it's just ceasing to exist, and it can be quite scary. So I remember that when the guy that did it right before me was coming back from his journey, I remember thinking, wow, this is beautiful and I'm happy to be here. I don't really need to do this. I mean, this has been good enough for me. But then I had to go like, no. You came this far, you said you were going to do it, so just go and do it. And I had seen a lot of very peaceful journeys. So I was ready to I was expecting to be the one to break the peace and start yelling and go absolutely nuts. But this time, since I had already seen the first trip, I knew that it could happen, and I was okay with it. Even I wasn't even thinking like, I hope it doesn't happen. I was like, I think it's gonna be like that, and I'm fine with that. So I went in with this mindset of just surrendering completely to the experience, and as soon as the drug hit me, I would just let go, and whatever feelings came, just go with it. So I stood there, and Vicente was helping me get my breathing right, and then he came with the pipe, and well, just like last time, he told me to empty my lungs, to take a slow, deep inhalation, which I did, and I was starting to got the whole thing in, and again he covered my mouth so I didn't lose all of it quickly, and then it hit me quite quickly that I felt like, I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's like you hear very clear sounds, and suddenly the sounds go like, if you could hear my voice now, it will go like, hello, how are, and it starts going very, like, all your senses start dissolving, and you, at the first you can still feel your body, but then I was just like, just let go, surrender to the experience, and just go with it. And then I remember like letting go of like, I don't know, existing is sort of like being inside a container, and I was like, I'm just gonna let my walls, the walls of my container of myself, dissolve. And then I could really feel like merging into just white. Everything was white. And then Vicente started with the singing and the drums, and I could feel this whole the words he was singing and the beat of the drum, but they came from like everywhere. Like they wouldn't hit me from the front or from the back. They were like, and then I was gone like for a long time. And well, in the video it's maybe 15 minutes, but to me it felt like 4 hours at least. Like I just remember not existing and being in this white world, and it was just, you didn't have any weight at all. Like you normally, if I'm sitting down here, I can feel my body, and I sort of, if I really try to focus on it, I can feel gravity pulling me down, because I can feel my ass pressing against this bench, or my arm resting on this. But there was no gravity, there was nothing, because I had no physical body. I was just everything. And since I had surrendered to the experience, I just went traveling through the infinite whiteness. And then I got all these feelings and these thoughts of like remembering all the hard things that I've been through in the last 7 years, where I got so sick, and thinking that I'm still here and still trying to make a positive impact on this world, and still try to take every day with a smile, and with, I don't know, making other people laugh, and I don't know, just keeping a positive perspective. And that thought of like all the things I've been through, and still being here, like I've not become a bitter person. I'm still a, yeah, I don't know, a friendly guy. I can say that I rarely experience any feelings of negativity or hatred. Mostly, if I do, it's self-doubt, like doubting myself. But I rarely doubt other people. Like I always think of other people like, you can do whatever you want. And these doubts, they only exist when it comes to myself. But I was so proud in that moment. Like I was starting to get back into reality, and thought like, wow, look at all these people that got together this day because you made a video, and then Vicente wanted to give back to me by coming to Germany and doing a trip with me. And I said, let me organize like a little event. And all these people came from London and Albania, Namibia, and wherever, and got together, and so many, yeah, hearts were touched, probably lives were changed. And that's why I was laughing so much, because I was like, wow, after everything that I've been through, I'm still able to make a difference. And I just thought like, dude, I'm awesome. And it's really hard for me to talk like this about me, because things that I can tell you in another video. But it felt so good to just allow myself to really see the greatness, not only in others, which I almost always see, but also in myself. And then I just had this immense feeling of gratitude and love. And I remember when I finally saw Vicente, and I was like, I just need to hug this guy because he looked at me so happy, and I knew that I had gone through a very beautiful process. So I was like, hey, come here, man. And he said, man, what a difference from the first trip, right? And I was like, yeah. And then I saw my friend William, gave him a hug. So my girlfriend gave him a hug. And then after sitting down for a bit, I remember getting up and walking to each and everyone who was still there at the ceremony and giving them a hug, like, it's so great that you're here, so great that you put your trust in me, and I'm yes, just so grateful for the things that got together this day. So that was basically my experience. On the side note, I want to say that it didn't happen by chance. Like, it's not that you sort of get lucky with your trip and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's more like, what is your inner state at that point? Like, the first time I was severely depressed and very, very sad with my life and very sick also. So I was in a lot of physical pain, but mostly also in emotional pain, spiritual pain, so to say. So I had to go through this very harsh experience to break through all these, I don't know, paradigms in my head and limitations, and it can be painful. But as Vicente said to me, that a 5-MeO DMT journey is only the beginning of the process. Well, no, it even starts before. Once you make the decision to take it, things start happening. But when you do it, it's like the kickstart of a whole process. And most of the inner work that I did on myself came after my trip. Like, I don't know. I just started becoming more one with my real needs and being more honest about my feelings and just letting go of a lot of things that I wasn't expressing, so to feel lighter on the inside. And I came to this trip in a much better mental and spiritual condition. That's why this, combined with just trusting the experience, just letting go and not resisting it, resulted in this very, very peaceful journey, very enjoyable and very beautiful, of just love, peace and gratitude. And if you are going to do 5-MeO DMT, I would suggest that you don't go in with certain expectations. Like, if you do it with more people, don't let yourself get contaminated by the other trips. Like, maybe you see a guy have a beautiful breakthrough and he comes back crying and super happy, and then you see this other person that just goes silent and just comes back like super peaceful, and then you have like a very dark experience. You come back maybe full of anger and you start feeling like, why did these other people have this nice trip and I didn't? This is not fair, and then you will start having feelings of grudge. But just know that the 5-MeO DMT will always give you what you need in that moment, not what you want. You may want the 5-MeO to just take care of all your problems and go like, you smoke it and everything is fine and all your feelings of resent are gone and you're the new, I don't know, Buddha. But probably it's just gonna move a lot of things inside of you and start different processes, and the main work will be outside of the ritual. Maybe it will show you that there's things that you need to say to people or things that you need to do that you haven't been doing, and then you will start really feeling a difference. So get into the process without any expectations. Trust the frog, trust the toad to give you what you need, and then just go with whatever you feel. And if you do it, please do it with a shaman, even though Vicente doesn't like to call himself shaman, with an ancient medicine facilitator that you can really trust and that knows not only how to warm up a pipe and give you some frog poison, but knows about energies, about energetic doors that are going to be open, about how to find the right place, how to clean the place of negative entities and energies, because there's so many things that's gonna open up inside of you that energetic parasites can just get right into you if you do it with the wrong person. So find yourself a great shaman / ancient medicine facilitator. Trust the process, let go of expectations, and just go with it. And remember that if you don't feel necessarily better after the experience, it's just because there's other things that you need to do that will start happening, because that just started the process, but the real work comes afterwards. So if you have any more questions about this experience, or if there's something that you feel that I didn't say or that I forgot, just leave a comment, like this video if it has been insightful, and don't forget to subscribe, because there will be the interview with Vicente coming out and other cool things that you don't want to miss. And I think that if we get to 3,000 subscribers, I might share one of the other trips that happened that day, but I don't want to say too much, because first we have to get to 3,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.
First of all, I want to thank you very much for taking your time and going through, well, not only this video, but all of the other videos that I put out on a regular basis. And just wanted to say that without you subscribers, the people watching, commenting and leaving likes, this whole thing, I wouldn't say that it wouldn't be possible, but I would not be able to make the impact that I'm doing right now. Because all of this wonderful experience that got together 13 people to change their lives would not have been possible without the immense positive reaction that I had on my first 5 Meo Dmt video. So I want to thank each and every one of the people who saw the video, commented, who shared it with other people, and who contributed to this butterfly effect of a small action can have a huge impact somewhere else in the world. I mean, I've gotten to know people from Albania, Namibia, UK, and got to experience things that I never thought I would experience in my life. Like the conversation that I had with the guy that came all the way from Namibia really changed my perspective on a lot of things, and it was very humbling, but also it gave me a new appreciation for all the things that I've been blessed with all my life. And it's so easy to look at the things that we don't have and to forget the things that we already are blessed with each and every day. So right now, I would encourage you to take a step back from your own perspective and look at your life from the outside. Are your problems really that big? Or are they just a little challenge that you can overcome if you want to? Because I think most of our limitations, problems and fears are inside our mind. And once we let go of these thoughts that we can't do something and we're not good enough, that's when things start happening. And maybe, yes, maybe you do need to do this 5 Meo Dmt or something else. But just know that most of the work won't be done magically by any compound. There's nothing in this world that you can take that will take care of your life. But it can definitely show you the way. And then you can walk it. Once again, I want to give a big thanks to Vicente, Almudena, Sydney, William, Dragana, Tim, Jacob, Rudy, Tani, Dominic, Marlene, Jens for participating in this event and putting their trust in me to make this happen. Thanks a lot to my mom, my dad for always being there for me, my friends, my bandmates, my work colleagues, Mother Nature for making all this beauty that you can see in this video that I wasn't even paying attention to anymore in my life. And that's why I decided to take this walk and just look at the beautiful things in life. Thanks a lot also to the Sonora toad for producing this magical compound. And last but not least, in fact, most important, thanks a lot to myself, because in the end, I made it happen.